Hello world, it is Thursday, June 25th, another beautiful day in Defiance. Cool this morning, still low humidity. Going to be a little warmer today, but humidity is supposed to hold off till tomorrow, so tomorrow is bringing some hot and humid weather back to us. So enjoy this awesome weather while you can. Let's hope that humidity brings some rain too, because we really need it. The devotional today is entitled What You Are About to Suffer. It's written by Kenneth Samuel, and he bases it on Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. And Kenneth writes, everybody is yearning to hear some positive news today regarding the crises in which we find ourselves. Good news of a speedy vaccine. Good news about declines in coronavirus fatalities and infections. Good news about our economic recovery. But quick fixes and rosy predictions are not always the best news we can receive. One thing worse than suffering is disillusionment about the suffering. Facing a scalpel when you are led to expect a stethoscope causes trauma far beyond the surgery. Professional caregivers do not help us when they sidestep the severity of our ills. In the Hebrew Bible, Jeremiah warned about false prophets and priests. They dressed the wound of my people as though it were not serious, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. Good news isn't so good when it leaves us unaware and unequipped to deal with what's at hand. We are much better served by people who see the depth of our dilemmas and give us candid notice. Bad news about the lethal spread of COVID-19 back in January would have been much better than the worst news we received in March. Leading epidemiologists have stated that a substantive national response to the spread of the coronavirus just weeks earlier could have perhaps saved tens of thousands of lives. Truth be told, there is no real indication that this crisis, or even the worst of this crisis, is soon to be over. Let's all pray for the best and be prepared for the worst. And Kenneth's prayer. Lord, when it hurts, thank you for the truth that makes us free. Amen. Yeah, there's a lot to think about in this devotional today. I'm not sure it really does any of us any good to ignore or not want to hear bad news. I can't remember where this is from, but it made me think of, I think it was a TV show where someone's trying to tell someone something and they're closing their eyes and going, no, I can't hear you. And it didn't change the outcome any. Sometimes we just have to face the facts and do our best going forward. And there's a balance because, of course, something like the coronavirus, there are so many different conflicting facts that keep coming out. But that's science. I mean, as scientists learn something more, learn something new, they change what they say because based on new findings, the results change. So they have to change. They can't just stick to what they originally said because they originally said it. That's the nature of things. But it's helpful for us to stop and really reflect on what's going on and see what we can do to make a difference in the time that we have together rather than just ignoring potential issues that may be coming. That really does no one any good. So it makes me think about the work we have to do as the church, considering who we are and where we are and what we're doing and what the reality is of our situation, and how we might need to change to, as like scientists, as we have gathered new data, try to understand what that new data is telling us and then change our response in response to that new data. So don't be afraid of what you're about to suffer. And so many times Jesus says to the disciples, don't be afraid. or he asks them, why are you afraid? It's no cause to be afraid. It is cause to stop and think about what needs to be done and then get to work doing it. And as new data becomes available, change direction and keep moving. Keep going forward. Hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.